In 2017, Paula was diagnosed with metastatic ovarian cancer. She immediately began her treatment, consisting of surgery, weeks of hospitalization, and cycles of chemotherapy.
You know, when you find out, it's just like you kind of don't have much hope for this kind of stage, right?
Paula is not alone in her fight. Every year, there are an estimated 19.3 million new cancer cases around the world. The social, economic, and above all emotional burden of this disease is impossible to ignore. Whether directly or indirectly, we've all felt it at one point or another. The mission of the Instituto de Oncologia do Vale, the clinic in São José dos Campos, Brazil, where Paula is receiving her treatment, is to reduce that burden, minimizing the negative impact of cancer on our lives. The clinic is doing so by embracing lean thinking, the management philosophy inspired by Toyota that over the past 30 years has spread to all industries and every corner of the world. IOV has been on its journey of transformation for 16 years already. The organization first became interested in Lean while trying to get accredited and certified, finding in the philosophy a solid system for improving processes by eliminating waste. Sure enough, Lean became their chosen approach to ensure healthcare quality. In 2013, following a merger, IOV doubled in size. The challenge was new this time, introducing a Lean culture in the different units now making up the organization. It quickly became clear that the only way to do so would be to focus on leadership development across the group.
Em 2015, nós começamos a trabalhar especificamente com as nossas lideranças sobre a lógica do que a gente criou, né? Um manual para trabalhar com nossos líderes e treinando nossos líderes, que esse vem sendo desde então o foco central, que é o desenvolvimento da liderança do líder, que a gente chama, na verdade, de um arquiteto do sistema, né? De um designer para os nossos processos.
But what does the application of Lean look like at IOV? Each department contributes to the effort, of course, and patients are followed along their journey to make it as easy as possible for them to go through the very difficult time of cancer diagnosis and treatment. The work to streamline the patient's journey and avoid hiccups starts up to 21 days before each appointment, when the clinic sends out a request for the patient or their insurance company to sign and return a consent form to give the treatment the all-clear. Though necessary, prior authorization is a common cause of delays in the provision of cancer care, something that IOV manages to avoid thanks to a smart visual daily management system that uses color codes. Every day, the team is able to track the status of the consent forms sent out to patients or insurance companies, as well as handle the scheduling of the following appointment for patients who just completed a session. IOV boasts a Lean pharmacy too. It has no stock of medication, working instead with a so-called pull system to ensure only the necessary drugs are ordered. When they reach the minimal level of stock of a certain medication, the pharmacy team pull the Kanban card and hang it at the point of use. The cards are then collected twice a week by an employee in charge of purchasing.
Então, dessa forma, a gente não empurra mais, não faz estoque, porque no passado a gente fazia isso, com medo de faltar, comprava, né? A gente tinha aí o desperdício, né, financeiro, e o desperdício de tempo também, porque o farmacêutico ficava horas fazendo um pedido gigante, né? E hoje meu pedido 95% é realizado através de Kanban, então eu disponibilizo o tempo do farmacêutico para fazer assistência com o paciente.
To train workers and ensure consistency in the way the work is performed, the pharmacy relies respectively on the methodology known as training within industry, based on the idea of teaching people on the job, and on standardized work. Using TWI job instruction sheets, the team has documented the key steps in the process, explaining why they are important, and even providing images helping others to carry out the work correctly.
Antes, os nossos processos eram todos em pastas e guardados, né, nos vários armários. A gente tem mais de 238 processos aqui na farmácia. Hoje a gente transformou em trabalho padronizado e a gente deixou visível, para que quando a gente precisasse tirar alguma dúvida ou fosse manipular uma medicação, realizar um processo de fácil acesso, né, e fica sempre na frente do operador.
To check the adherence to the standard, the team uses a tool known as Kamishibai, an internal audit performed by frontline staff on a random task or process. When a deviation from the standard is identified, a safety alert is created and the process is reviewed. This ensures the real-time update of the process, something that previously only happened once a year. The same system is used to assess the organization's preparedness for its annual external audit. With 50 patients undergoing radiotherapy at IOV each day, having a clear idea who is ready for treatment and who should have priority because of the severity of their condition is critical to ensuring an organized schedule and to avoiding delays. Lean is helping the team to achieve this, making sure that those patients for whom the centering via CT scan is done, planning is complete, and the authorization has been received can be assigned to the first available radiotherapy slot. Actually, patients are accompanied throughout the administrative process to ensure they reach their next session without problems or delays. IOV staff routinely gets in touch with them to make sure they schedule their consultations, that they understand how they need to take medication, to ask if they signed their consent form, and so on.
O benefício, né, desse acompanhamento é que a gente consegue enxergar, né, o paciente, o sistema como um todo. Então, ele nunca fica sem um auxílio, sem uma orientação. Nós estamos sempre em contato com o paciente, né? Ele sempre tem uma resposta de imediato.
The same happens on the clinical side of things with the navigation project, which is particularly important in an outpatient clinic like IOV, where the patient's journey typically includes many locations, often outside of the clinic itself, and is way more complex than in a hospital. Aided again by a visual board and a color-coded system, the team organizes the daily support and guidance to patients who are undergoing treatment according to their specific needs. For instance, patients who are taking opioids, patients who are experiencing side effects from the medication, patients who are being cared for at home, and even patients receiving palliative care. The idea here is to minimize any side effects as well as provide patients with psychological support from the very beginning.
O paciente às vezes tem uma dificuldade de mencionar isso, né, de cara. Então a gente consegue trazer ele antes e trazer ele para um acompanhamento psicológico preventivo, né, desde o início do tratamento, para que lá na frente, se realmente as coisas começarem a piorar, ele já está em acompanhamento com a psicóloga.
To piece all of this together and to facilitate communication across the clinic would not be possible without daily management, a system that allows the team to know at all times whether they are on track to reach their objectives, organized around 4 areas: safety, quality, delivery, and cost, known in Lean circles as SQDC.
O round, ele tem um round operacional, que é da assistência, que foca na segurança principalmente. Depois nós temos o round da segunda camada, que são os value stream maps, que são o coordenador de fluxo. E depois nós temos o round do coordenador de fluxo com os diretores. Nós temos a reunião de 5 minutos, que acontece em todas as camadas. Uma vez por semana, nós paramos na frente de um quadro que coloca-se todos os problemas identificados nesse round e a gente classifica esses problemas. E também tratamos desses problemas uma vez por semana. Só que a gente tem um propósito maior do que tratar desses problemas. Nós temos 2 elementos quando a gente direciona para essa reunião semanal. Um é desenvolver um método na operação, então todo mundo aprende o PDSA, que é o A3, e também desenvolver a liderança.
IOV's strategic objectives are also related to the SQDC framework, and they are defined in the clinic's strategic plan, known as Hoshin in Japanese, for the next 3 years. IOV's Hoshin has 2 main dimensions, one that refers to safety, which never changes, and one that refers to the experience of care. This is then divided into 3 sub-dimensions. Sadly, in 2022, Paula's cancer returned after a period of remission.
I think it's every cancer patient's biggest nightmare is like, okay, I had it, it's under control now, or every time you do the checkups, you get scared, it's obvious. But then it happened, It was hard, but now I'm better. I think we fall and then we go up again, right?
After 5.5 years spent in the care of IOV's professionals, she jokes that she is now part of the furniture and that she knows everyone in the clinic. So when it comes to understanding the real impact that the lean work has had on patients at IOV, there is perhaps no better person to ask.
It's already a burden anyway to go through what we go through, the cancer patients, but they somehow make it a little bit lighter. I think they train their staff here really well to offer us more humanized service, treatment, whatever. So I feel that, they're always here for you and they try to lessen our burden.
As we will see in the next episode, thanks to its amazing improvement work, over the past few years, IOV has become a model for countless people and organizations interested in introducing lean thinking.